Welcome, friend. Uh, a little introductions about me. I'm just belonging from a little corner of India and show you some memorable wings of history, something rare and precious from our ancient text and scriptures. So there is a book of ancient monument and sculpture architectures of Indian medieval history period, and it's supposed to be the good documents about the ancient times and its history. So without wasting my time, I wanna get begin. So yeah, in the first to end, this is a emphasis of this book. This book is about a documentary about Cholos, about the history of Kalingas, Asokas, and so many emperor and their dynastical monuments. So in some descriptions, you can see this, and then we'll come to the civilizations of the Indian monuments. So here is this ancient map of history, which can represent the parts of present Indian subcontinent. This beginnings of Ashokas is more attractive, and the story of the Ashoka's movement monument is so much incredible. This lions is manifested their face due to the foresight and the separated animal beings like horse, bull, and so on. It's started. The fox is 33 and 23 fox is situated there in this Ashoka stump. And could be the good monuments are just not only the representing the society, but most of the time the text has curved on this wall can gives you a good image how we can present they can present their history for the time. So yeah, this is this Sanchi Stoop. Sanchi is made in by Ashokas, situated in the Madhya Pradesh, India, and viewed from the north, the existent the shops, some 120 feet in the diameter, and this 54 feet high is a work of the Sanchi, or possibly another period, releasing later editions. The formats of the Skullern and the bell-shaped capital sees to the right of this tower belonging the planner from this Gupta age. The tiny stoop and the stand to stoop set along this modern assist the path death from a match. More recovered time. This stoop was builded, damaged archaeologically. It's this 19th century, and the surrounding area was greatly changed due to the dimensions of the viewers remember. So this is the little introductions about this, and we've grown up for the another portion. Here we can see this sculptures and this monuments. This the Barmendranath was this regaining venerations when Hoytzetes comes to the lives as the son of his chief queen, and when he was of age, he was instructed in the all of air era. The death of his father was established in this kingdom and the government in their right years at the time of man were developed to the worship of gods that made the religious offerings them by the solicited many goats and the rams like this. And there was interesting parts of this. Look, you can see the sculpture, you can see the detailing of this. Uh, Amravati left. This is the Amravati views of the sculpture and the monument referred from this, relying showing the sentences from the life of the Buddha. Is the dated to the second century AD. This lad, some 9 feet to 3 inches long and 2 feet 7 inches high, was a part of the glowing front piece of railing was the scheduled on this both sides, although the shade not shown had only gaily hoping of garland. This shed shows the Buddha's return to this Kapilavastu, his hometown. On the left, the processions of the father, King Sudhadranda, leaving the city. This entered the Buddha's permission performed the miracles of the lifting himself off this earth. All of those are Buddhist historical monuments. Here you can see most of these are stated in the Indian National Museum, Calcutta Museum, but most of them are also stolen, and maybe they're stated in the different path of the other country. Most probably the Britishers have stolen this all monuments, and nowadays they are stated in the British Museum. Show on this blackest Buddha. There is a big controversy is there in a time when this Buddhism is growing up, and also the Hindus with scriptures is remaining this, remarking that it's not their culture, is our own culture, which they had hijacked by their own policy, and they turned over in the temple in a Buddhist monastery. In this brutal way, they changed the history, trying to change the history. So many controversies is there. But the fact is, the Buddhism and the sculptures and monument is truth. Not only that, this giants architectures and their monuments also is so much dedicated to the historical values. So we cannot argue properly. We cannot give a good emphasis to it because we don't know how much it's possible to figure out what it actually was. And here you can see uh, the curving on a cave carving a big Buddha in a cave, raising her hand and give these benedictions to the viewers. So, little introductions about those pictures is stated in Ajanta's maybe, and the image of Bodhisattvas is kept curved 26, dated the second half of the 5th century. The Bodhisattva, who is the making this greatest and resurrections, has wisely in the right hand, the slack is left. The simplifications of this the Boris volume so characteristic of this Gupta art reached in this extreme such a work. Most of those deities had found it without scalp, without their head, but also had some idols found it from the mining, which they lost their whole body, and also just the scalp and the hair head has found it, and else one has left away. The monastery. Here you can see this diagram of the blueprint of the monastical structure and monument. Here is a short introductions about it. This is the temple of it's situated in Kashmir. This Kashmir in the 25th century work that tell us this, the temple was irritated by Vanti Varmas who reached from AD 855 to 883 before he ascended to the throne. In there, it was a large present includes whose extractor the dictations is corrected on the west side where the estimates and the security lie. The main temple rests in the certain of this court, which is 164 feet by 148 feet. Other similar temples are set at the four corners. This photograph shows the part of the interior of this uh, present wall with the characteristic tolerable arch of the firm, the access way on the firm little all the along to the fourth side, Sinn Fein operative.